Meeting order and call on Councilor Weaver to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll.
Councilor Brown.
Here.
Councilor Weaver.
Here.
Councilor Broughton. Councilor Watson.
Here.
Councilor Barton.
Here.
Mayor Lovelace.
Here.
We have a quorum to do business.
Approval of the minutes of the August 10th meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes of the August 10th regular meeting. Second.
Motion by Councilor Brown, second by Councilor Barton to approve the minutes of the August 10th regular meeting of the council. Is there any discussion or any changes to be made? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver? Yes. Councilor Broughton? Yes. Councilor Watson? Yes. Councilor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries and the minutes are approved.
I'd like to welcome our visitors here today. I appreciate y'all being here. Sam, it's good to see you out again. Under new business, appoint city planning commission members, a mayoral appointment to complete the term of May Downing, expires on April the 27th of 2021, and I appoint Melanie McGugan. Next item is to appoint Board of Zoning Adjustment members. That's a mayoral appointment also. I appoint former Judge Dave Jordan, Lynn Smith, Shakina Bradley, and Philip Jackson, who will be an alternate.
You know that again there?
I'm sorry?
Shakira Bradley.
Shakina Bradley.
And who was the last one?
Philip Jackson.
He's an alternate.
Okay.
Next item is to approve a memorandum of agreement with Alabama Power Company, ordinance number 20-0824. And Sam, if you don't mind, I'll let you go over that request.
Sure. This agreement would replace the agreement we had previously expired the first part of this month for the previous 4 years. This new agreement will be for a period of 5 years. And basically, it's just an agreement between Alabama Power and the city to use the fenced parking lot behind the old Walmart building on Tiger Drive. There's not a 911 address for that part. The parcel number is listed in the agreement there, and we would only use that for storm restoration purposes. We had a large storm event, needed to bring in extra contract crews or extra personnel. We would, of course, first use our facility, the crew headquarters, but that's not a very large facility there. So that spot is pretty well suited. It's in the middle of town. It's fenced and it's paved, so it's an easy spot for us to use. And we've had for, I'd say, at least, I guess, since that Walmart moved out to the new location. So for several years we've used that in the past. So, and I think it's only been stood up once, to my knowledge. But we would request that the city approve that agreement for the next period of 5 years.
Thank you, Sam. Need a motion, I guess, to introduce.
Motion to introduce ordinance number 20-0824.
Excuse me. I need to do, that was something new to me. The 5 years, if you notice in this ordinance, I had put a period not to exceed 3 years, so.
Well, he said 3 to 5. 3.
Okay. I thought he said 5.
Well, I believe it says in there, period, June 1 of 20 to June 1 of 20.
See, I had not seen that when I did this ordinance.
He said 5 years, right?
Correct, yes, sir.
So he wants to say 5.
He said 5. So,
5, okay.
so we need to
Correct that.
correct that if you want to.
Okay.
You just make,
So I'm going to
You would
make
make
a motion to introduce
to,
it for a 5-year period.
That's right.
Okay. Motion to introduce ordinance 20-0824 with the change from 3 to 5 years.
motion by Counselor Brown, second by Counselor Broughton to introduce ordinance number 20-0824 with the change from 3 years to 5 years. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Counselor Weaver? Yes. Counselor Broughton? Yes. Counselor Watson? Yes. Counselor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries and ordinance number 20-0824 is introduced.
Motion for immediate consideration for ordinance 20-0824 with the
Second.
change to 5 years.
Yeah.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Brown, second by Counselor Barton for immediate consideration of ordinance number 20-0824. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Counselor Weaver?
Yes.
Counselor Broughton? Counselor Watson? Counselor Barton?
Yes.
And Mayor Lovelace.
Yes.
The ordinance is immediately up for immediate consideration.
A motion to approve now, ordinance number 20-0824 with the 5-year stipulation.
Motion by Counselor Brown, second by Counselor Weaver to approve ordinance number 20-0824. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Counselor Weaver?
Yes.
Counselor Broughton? Counselor Watson? Counselor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the ordinance to approve the memorandum of understanding with the Alabama Power Company is approved.
Next item is to approve the City of Brewton Annual Transportation Fund is planned as funded by the Rebuild Alabama Act, Resolution number 20-0824.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 20-0824.
Motion by Counselor Weaver, second by Counselor Broughton to approve resolution number 20-0824. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Counselor Weaver?
Yes.
Counselor Broughton? Counselor Watson? Counselor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the resolution to approve the transportation plan is approved.
Next item is to approve an RTP grant engineering services agreement with Southern Engineering Solutions. That's resolution number 20-0824-1, and I'll call on the city clerk to tell us what that is. If you would just go back over that.
Okay. This is the Trails RTP project that was approved. We have grant approval. It's the pedestrian bridge between O'Bannon Park and Jennings Park. Going to redo that with aluminum instead of the wood that keeps rotting on us. And this is we have a grant. It's an 80-20 grant, so we pay 20%, and it's what this is doing. We had already approved actually the project itself. The city council had approved that. What we're approving here is the services agreement, engineering services agreement with Southern Engineering Solutions, who helped us, by the way, to get the grant.
That's resolution number 20-0824-1.
Motion to approve resolution number 20-0824-1.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Barton, second by Counselor Brown to approve resolution number 20-0824-1. Is there any discussion?
What's the total price on it?
You know what? I can't tell you an exact amount. It was about $800,000. Yeah, yeah.
The people who bought the lumber from, the people who bought the lumber from a while back, they were replacing the board, right?
They've been doing that for years.
Okay, they have what this cost?
I don't think so. We tried to get them to do that. Well, I think we sent letters to them, and we're not getting their...
What's the question, Joe? I might can answer.
Yeah.
The question was, okay, the company who bought the lumber from, they were replacing boards that Mediacom lumber bag.
Correct.
My question was, why they have to pay the cost of this breed? Because we're not using the number anymore, so are they good the cost?
Would they help with the cost? No. We approached them, and they wouldn't. They would furnish boards as needed, but they wouldn't give us any money toward the match.
You consume?
Well, I don't know that we would actually sue them except for a handful of boards. I mean, it's not that we could...
That's a handful of boards.
Well, I mean, if we sued them for $10,000 or something, it probably cost us $10,000. I mean, it was an agreement they reached, years ago, saying that they would replace they would warrant the existing boards, but they wouldn't go any further than that. But it's a good question, because I agree with you. I tried to get them to make part of that. One of the companies has actually been sold. It's not even in existence anymore. The next item is to approve a transfer.
Do we want to vote
Oh,
on
I'm
this
sorry, we
one?
got to vote. You're correct.
Yeah.
So that's resolution number 20-0824-1.
That's correct. Can...
Cheryl.
Yeah, I
did it,
made
and
it.
I seconded it,
And
and it's up
Okay.
for voting.
Okay, motion by Counselor Barton, second by Counselor Brown, and we had questions on it from Counselor Watson. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, Counselor Brown,
Yes.
Counselor Weaver,
Yes.
Counselor Broughton, Counselor Watson, Counselor Barton.
Yes.
Motion carries, and the resolution to approve the Southern Engineering Solutions Servicing Agreement, Engineering Servicing Agreement is approved.
Next item was to approve a transfer of real property located at 1600 Belleville Avenue to the Brewton City Board of Education. It's resolution number 20-0824-2. That piece of property was given to the city. We got estimates on what it might cost to repair that house, and to just get it back to the original state. That was close to $400,000. And then we had a roofing company look at the roof, and the roof was not repairable at all. So the Brewton City Board of Education was interested in acquiring. They're landlocked at their present facilities, and this would add additional properties to their land. So this would be resolution number 20-0824-2.
I'd like to make a motion for resolution number 20-0824-2.
Motion by Counselor Brown, second by Counselor Weaver, to approve resolution number 20-0824-2. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Counselor Brown.
Yes.
Counselor Weaver. Counselor Broughton. Counselor Watson. Counselor Barton.
Yes.
Motion carries, and the resolution to transfer the real property at 1600 Belleville Avenue to the city school system is approved.
And for the next two items, I will call on Ray Madden.
You want to read it out? I can't say it.
The first one, this 20-0824-3, is for construction services agreement with Phoenix Fabricators and Erectors LLC. This is in connection with the grants from EDA, CDBG, and DRA for constructing that water tank. And the total amount that was bid from that firm was $955,245. That was the low bid, and the recommendation of the engineers to accept that bid.
Thanks, Alice. I can't see it, so y'all got any questions, y'all?
Well, if you would just tell us what y'all are constructing and where you're constructing it.
We're gonna construct, the tank's gonna be constructed in Pea Ridge, out almost at the end of the Pea Ridge Road. It's at the end of our water system, and anyway, it's something we've been working on for years, trying to get done, and thanks to the EDA project, we were able to do this. Anything else?
How many gallons is that water tank?
That's a 200,000 gallon tank. It's gonna be 120 foot tall. It increased the pressure from out there right now from what we got. Probably the lowest pressure we got out there, probably about 25 pounds, which is on the very bottom of ADM's, being able to be legal. And it probably increased it probably 65, 70 pounds of pressure coming from out there. And with that line, we'll bring it back in. And then the next resolution is we lay in a line as well, so that'll be on the next project.
Now, that line was to go to the Provalis, is that correct? The line?
That's how we got the money, yes.
That's what I thought. And the well's already been dug, right?
Yes.
So, okay.
It was based on the number of jobs that Provalis brought to Brewton, was how we got the DRA grant.
And also, am I right, Ray? It's also to alleviate the pressure that the new employees of Provalis would put on our system so that we needed additional water sources.
That's correct. That's how we apply for the grant.
Right.
Yes, sir.
The sprinkler system and everything else.
That's right.
That's right.
Right.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 20-0824-3.
Second?
Motion by Councilor Weaver, second by Councilor Brown to approve resolution number 20-0824-3. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton? Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Councilor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the resolution to award the water tank construction to Phoenix Fabricators and Erectors LLC is approved.
Next item that Ray already alluded to was the constructed 12-inch water main on Pea Ridge Road with Stanley General Contractors, awarded that job. Resolution number 20-0824-4.
We do have, right, you might can read that one. That's just the totals from the bid.
So we had, the low bid was $978,650. The next, Pensacola Concrete was $1,045,435. And then the next was Gillespie Construction out of Jasper, Alabama. They was actually the high bidder. So then the next one was L&K Contractors out of Dothan, was $1,204,765. Then you had B&W Utilities out of Cantonment, Florida, was $1,389,084.20. And then you had Gillespie, which was I'm wrong. Anyway, TJ Construction out of Florence was $1,908,600. So anyway, we went with Starkly as who we're going with to do the project.
Okay, motion to approve resolution 20-0824-4.
Motion by Councilor Barton, second by Councilor Broughton to approve resolution 20-0824-4. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Counselor Weaver?
Yes.
Counselor Broughton? Counselor Watson? Counselor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the resolution to approve the 12-inch water line for the Pea Ridge Road project is approved.
Great. Do you remember how many times we applied for a grant for that particular well?
I think, I counted it up the other day, I think we applied for it 4 times already, and we've been, turned down.
That's the guy that we got the valve, that's correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, thank y'all, I appreciate everything y'all do for us. Thank you.
Wait a minute. The next item is a service agreement with Suncoast Infrastructure to construct sewer improvements, Resolution 20-0824-5. And Ray, if you'll tell us about that job.
This is a CBDG project that we applied for last year, after we got through our last CBDG project, which this will actually intermingle with the last CBDG project, which went from Fairway Drive right here down to Rankin. And, actually Granbury, the intersection of Granbury. And we did Loveless, Conley, all that area in there at that time. And this here is, CBDG will actually fall right in on Granbury, and we'll take it all the way down to Blackshear. And it actually, we was able to get some on 31 in it, which I was totally surprised. And actually lining all of 31 from Granbury all the way down to Blackshear, which I think is absolutely awesome. And because of the road in there. And we used and we actually had to do 2 point repairs on Douglas Avenue. And we had to hurry up and do that back in the summer. And that was actually part of this project already. And, but I think I know this project is a little bit over our budget of what we actually had agreed on. We had, what was it, Paul? We had 475? 478. 478,000 is what we applied for. And anyway, the bid come in at 604,000. And, I think, with all the stuff that's going on out there on Douglas Avenue, I think it's really it's a real good price with all the traffic detouring and stuff that's got to go on when we do this project. And I think that's what scared the bidders more than anything, is having all the traffic control on this project, because every manhole will be rehabbed all the way down through, from Granbury all the way down to Blackshear, and which are in great need of that in 31. We just got to raising the manholes, for the highway project, but on the inside, the manholes are they're really bad. And this project here will take care of that. It'll help clean all that up, and we'll be in good shape for a while. Anybody got any questions?
You ain't got any asphalt, no asphalt you can dig up?
No, I hope we don't have to dig any asphalt up, not on this project. I hope and pray we don't have to dig nothing up.
We are going to replace a line on Creighton Harbor. That will be dug up, because the old lines are in there and it's just a mess. So that's a part of the additional cost, is having to replace that section of line.
And part I left out also is Auction Street and Neal Street is also involved in this. We'll be doing some work in Auction Street and Neal Street also on the sewer in that area in there as well, which is very much needed.
What you gonna do on the auction? What are you gonna do?
Well, we're gonna line everything in there, Joe, right now, and once we get in there and video it, we may wind up having to dig some of it up. I don't really know yet, to be honest with you. I won't know until we get the camera in there and see.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't have to dig nothing up, but there's a very possibility we might.
Okay.
Anything else?
Motion to approve Resolution 20-0824-5.
Motion by Counselor Barton, second by Counselor Weaver to approve resolution number 20-0824-5. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Counselor Brown?
Yes.
Counselor Weaver?
Yes.
Counselor Broughton? Yes. Counselor Watson?
Yes.
Counselor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries, and the services agreement with Suncoast Infrastructure, Inc. for construction on the CDBG project is approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ray. We have to meet again on September the 1st at noon to ratify the vote of this upcoming election. So if we could start a workshop at, let's just say 11:30, so we all get here in time. And it'll be a regular meeting because there'll be a couple other things on the agenda, but that meeting will start at noon on the 1st.
Which is Tuesday.
I'm sorry, what now?
That is Tuesday.
That's right.
Yeah, just want to make sure everybody realizes that.
Remind everybody to go vote tomorrow. Meeting's adjourned.